Do you really want this? Because I hope you understand once I become a part of this, every day we get on all platforms and rep our brands. Not once a week. That's offensive to me. Every day. You ain't thinking about winning every day? It's just like laying your outfit out. What we getting money with, who we getting money with. We gonna make them feel us every day. If you're a real partner, that's what you should be bringing to the table. And if you're not, it's somebody like me that's on the team and I'm more valuable than you are. Do you really want this?
We're here. I'm here.
Okay,
Queen Tom Tom is here.
okay. When I hear what's going on, team, what's going on. All right, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a special guest on here tonight. Okay, go by the name of, I don't know if I should call her Jody or Joe with our journey with Joe. Which one? I will leave a name she have, Which one of them?
Joy fine.
Okay, good night. And the man himself, Dwayne, aka the gifted one. What's up?
Live.
Alright, fully live, fully live. Guys, so we're streaming live. Remember, so we're up on Twitch, so check us out on Twitch. I'm here and I'm live. Tamika, you ready for it? Joe, you ready for it? As the first ever people when I go say, yours truly DJ Weeda is going live and some members of the camp. You understand? Especially a special guest. Jody, you ready for it? I don't know what's going on here in the Twitch world.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm
I
here.
not seeing you, but okay. Weed eyes. Okay, Tamika. First of all, tonight people will have what, 4 segment. Jody, I and the panel, rest of the panel are gonna take on segment 1. Most definitely. Everybody there and I wonder who named Jody, who is this Jody we are talking about, and why the whole heap of hype around this Jody Zane. But as we say, no myself, we are here and we are live. We have live. So Tamika,
Yes, I'm here.
take it away with the segment, my darling.
Alrighty. Good night, peeps. Big up, big up. Segment 1, we have citizens journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm going to ask Jody to elaborate on that. What actually is citizens journalism, and is it actually replacing professional journalism and the innuendos of that?
Okay.
So that's our first segment. For segment 2, we have what constitutes sexual harassment in the workplace. And of course, we'll dive into that a little bit more because, as you know, there have been some laws surrounding that where you have to be very careful, male or female, in the workplace as to how you approach your coworkers. Segment 3 says, is being jealous an unavoidable part of human nature? Well, for me, I know that's true. And of course, we're going to get into that. And then we have, last but not least, segment 4. It says, is a sudden change in appearance a sign of infidelity from your spouse? So we have a good roundup of topics tonight. So we're going to get into that a little bit more later on. So keep it locked.
All right, peeps. So, all right, when I itching the coming out, so we start off a little bit, itchy, a little bit late. Still don't know Jamaica time. Them say 11 o'clock away here on Jamaica time, Zane. So, all right, peeps. So, we're going to go into who is Jody, what is she about, and basically what take her here, what she do. You know what I mean? I introduce her, Jody. Stage, the runway is you. First off, I would like to ask you, um, where are you from, Jody?
Well, I'm from Jamaica, Portmore to be exact, St. Catherine.
Western Catherine. All right.
Yeah. Well, Portmore, because I guess we like to differentiate ourselves,
Okay. So
I think Portmore needs to be. I think Portmore needs to be a city by itself. Because when people say St. Catherine, people think country. Because even sometimes people ask me where I'm from, I'm like St. Catherine, and then when I eventually say Portmore, they're like, when it's St. Catherine, I think Cat links did or something like that, So
yeah,
I'm from
kind of
Portmore.
like a country.
Yeah.
A country.
Yeah.
Portmore for me like a maze to itself.
A real thing, man. Them not have a hospital over the feet yet.
But Jody could I tell you?
If what?
She alone come from Portmore. All right, Jody. So
I'm ask if hospital there, Jody.
Not yet, not yet. I heard they're building one about 20 years now. I've been hearing that. It has not gone up, so I don't know what's the plan for that.
Oh, Jody, I hear a little bit of English accent kicking. It does Portmore citizens do they come with this kind of dialogue?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, things we that's going with,
All right, Jody. Well, a little bit
Do we
about
need
your
a
background.
passport to go to Portmore?
That's a good question, No, you don't. You don't. You're free to come here and go.
I for represent Catherine,
Yep.
Okay. So Jody, where a little bit about your background. I mean, we just say you come from Portmore. Did you went to what the school name again? Is it a Portmore High? I saw. I don't want to get it wrong, Bridgeport High. Bridgeport High. We know about at least we know one school from Portmore. Bridgeport High. You started Bridgeport High. Used to travel across the waters or take a plane to come to school in Kingston.
No, unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, it has its pros and its cons. My primary schooling and my secondary schooling were both in Portmore. I went to a prep school called Portmore Prep. Formerly Portmore Prep, it's called PGA Academy. And I went to Ascot High School. Yeah. And then for university, of course, the university, they across the world, other side of the island.
All right, Jody. So as what Tamika said about the topic tonight, we are going to look a bit more about what basically what do you do for a living, right? So to speak, what you do for your spare time.
Well, that which is how I got here, right?
Yes.
So I'm a YouTuber.
Of course. All right, tell our listeners and the people that we see us tonight how. I mean, you say you're a YouTuber. What kind of context do you normally post about, and what a little bit more about your channel?
Okay. All right. So, based on our topic tonight, I'm not sure if I fall into that category. But I'm a YouTuber and my channel is called Journey with Joe. And it's basically about my life and my journey. You see, because I'm so confident about where I'm heading in life and the things I'm doing. I call it Journey with Joe because I want people to journey with me while I, arrive at my different destinations and different topics or different chapters of my life. So my channel is about adventure, finance, fitness, and lifestyle, which are all things that I'm passionate about. I'm an accountant, and so and I think I'm what should I say? I'm financially intellectual. So I talk about a lot of things about finance and money management and stuff like that. And my channel, honestly, I didn't want it to be a one-sided thing. I know when I wanted to start my channel, people would say to me, you need to choose a specific forte or something and focus on that. And I'm like, no, I'm not a one-sided person. I'm not just a fitness enthusiast. I'm not just an accountant. I'm not just this girl that likes to travel. I'm like, I want my channel to be about me on a whole. And I want people to see that you don't have to be this one-sided individual. You don't have to be caged as this, bright person. And you don't have to be caged as this. I don't like people putting me in a box. I am everything. You know that song we say, I am every woman. I am every woman. I am the girl in the gym that lift more than most men. I'm that accountant that you come to the office and see.
Adapt, me don't see that.
Nah, man.
You lift
I'm
more
that.
than most, man.
Well, let me say on the legs. Let me not the bag of chest press and all of those things, but yeah, legs. Yeah, I squat a lot and I squat heavy. Yeah, and I want to show people that you can be beautiful and sexy and educated as well. Like, I think growing up for me, I was always, it's like it was portrayed that you have to be one or the other. You can't be a sexy girl and then be a corporate and educated person. It's like you have to be a nerd if you're gonna be an accountant. And then, it's like pick your side, pick which side you're gonna fall on. And for me, I'm not that. I am who I am. I think I can't be that nerd, or I am that nerd. I am that sexy girl. I am that fit girl. I'm every woman. So I really want to inspire people, especially women, that don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't allow people to cage you in a box. Your personality doesn't have to be one-sided. And so my channel is really about just everything about me and the things I'm passionate about and where I'm heading in life.
Right,
And
so like,
also my journey of becoming financially independent as well, because I do have a 9 to 5, but at the end of the day, that's not where it ends for me.
okay. So
Boy, Tamika, you find a new teammate, man.
I'm hoping, cause a long time in a squat, so
Confident,
like,
confident energy, man. Me, I tell them, I like it.
yeah.
So all right, all right. I hear boy, it's around a lot of things around Jody. But
Yeah.
Jody, how does one? What did inspire that move, though? For say, boy, you want show the world or share something with the world. I mean about I mean who is Jody? What kind of give that drive? Because YouTube nowadays and everybody like camera friendly and we don't really want to just push outs and just put the camera upon them and talk about things. And the whole thing with that though is that being a YouTuber, you have to come out with context pretty much every other day or every week, I should say. I'm not sure, depending on how your channel set up.
Yeah.
So
It's
how because you say you work out, right? You is
Mhm.
an accountant and you is a blogger or a vlogger. Is there a
Mhm.
difference? First of all, is there a difference between a vlogger and a blogger? I think.
Yeah,
Right.
blogging is writing, really. Yeah,
Okay.
vlogging is a video blog. Put it that way.
Okay. Um.
Yeah.
How I keep hearing talks still, especially in Jamaica. I mean, I know
Mhm.
how here people make money, but of this of YouTube and thing and other platforms as well. But how does one actually um being in Jamaica? How does that work out?
In terms of what, making money from YouTube?
Yeah, is it the same? Is it the same protocol? are standard. I know that for some, like, you have to have like at least 1,000 subscribers,
Subscribers.
and
Yeah,
then
it is
from
the
the say
same
you
for
have
everybody.
so it's the same thing. Oh,
Yeah.
you get paid in Jamaican dollars, or you get paid in the US dollars?
No, US dollar.
So
USD.
you'd say
Yeah.
it's something that basically I would say is a form of an income then. So and I like
Mm-hmm.
somebody come and just a waste time and all these things. So all right, so
Right.
nowadays, I mean, for me, I can't tell when the last time I actually turned on a television, but
Mm.
from what I am following so far, especially in Jamaica, it seems like
Mm.
YouTubers are more the source to go for the news. Sometimes they come up with some things before the news get it.
Mm.
Sometimes their thing with them are put out there more factual and them go more in depth than where I get from the news.
That's
And think
right.
so is it that nowadays like social media and a whole is changing the whole thing of how news has been broadcast? Is it the same whole way of sitting down watching the television or waiting for 7 o'clock news or 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock news has now been of a whole remedy for all time people? A whole same thing that man check out the YouTube them everything you can't miss out none.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of somewhat that the case. I don't know, because when I want to follow up, for me, when I want to
Yeah.
like follow up on what's going on in Jamaica and thing, I really YouTube me reach, to tell you the honest
Yes.
truth.
And I realized a lot of people resort to YouTube for their news as well. I think it's driven by not only social media, but technology as well. I think nowadays, even more than before, a lot of people, to me, it would appear that a lot of people don't have cable television anymore. And your TV don't just, you have to, I guess you have to have an antenna in order to pick up the local channels. And I don't know if people buy those things anymore. So in a sense, if you don't have cable, then you won't have the news channel, because people have gotten rid of cable. Honestly, I think that's where the world is going. Everybody's watching movie on Netflix and Hulu and Prime and all of this. A lot of people that I know don't have cable. I'm probably one of the few people I know who have cable. And so people resort to YouTube for their news or social media, because you have a lot of bloggers and vloggers who are in the streets and receiving the information. And because of technology, everybody have their phones and they can video and they can, spread the word if something happens. First thing people do is take picture, send it to this person, that person. So you're getting it before the news even come on. So when something happened in the middle of the day, this person taking a picture of it, and then just deciding that, okay, I'm going to report on it. And, I want to share with everybody what's happening in my community or what just happened down the road. And so you find that these people are sharing the information even before it hit the news. So people really and truly don't have that big of an interest in news anymore, because they're getting the information from the source and they don't have to wait on it. And I think that, as I said, I think that's driven by technology. So that's how the way of the world know. And unfortunately for the local, stations. So
Right. Well, that's true. I see them kind of, I take them, I try and capitalize on some of the, like them I get random people nowadays, like especially for the stars, and think I feel like sometimes when I listen to the interview, them are when them go at a crime scene or I talk to somebody with just lost their loved one or something, like I kind of feel like say there's some random somebody them take up some time. Like them not have no sympathy, none at all with the question them when them a ask. So you feel about this? Oh, you feel about no, see, no, seriously, when I listen to them. So in a sort of way, would you say that you give information with about your life? So is it like you're a journalist for yourself then, so to speak?
Yeah, I think that's the difference between a lot of newer YouTubers is that I think, especially from Jamaica, a lot of people are doing reporting, whether it's about the latest that's happening in the culture, whether it's gossip or whether it's news. A lot of people are doing that because then you get the views. That's that, as them would say, Jamaica, that's have the buzz. It buzzy. So, who wanna know who a date, who for man do this, who for man a cheat, all of that. And then who get shot down the road, which accident happened. These are the things that,
Yeah,
a lot of people want to know.
create
So,
that.
but my channel is not like that.
Okay, that mean I get to know because I want to know. See, like, oh, everybody, I do this and I do that, and the bag of excitement and buzz. Why
Mhm.
you, how you decide if you not depend that train there? And is it working for you so far? And how long have you been a YouTuber for?
Okay. Well, I started my channel last July. I started my channel last July. Well, I officially posted a video last July. And what was the driving force behind it was that, growing up, I was always told that, people always look at me as a role model, as a leader, always. It doesn't matter where. When I'm in college, I meet them, show up for whenever we have a problem, right? It's your Jody, do this now, tell Miss this or that. Like they want me to be the voice of the people. And then in other aspects, like people always ask me like how you go work and how you how did you achieve your degree and get a distinction and still manage to go gym and still hold it together? All of the things that I'm able to do in life that people just believe that they can't do. And so people always look up to me for stuff like that. So, and these are things that I speak about on my channel, like me deciding not to purchase my first car through a loan. I decided that I was gonna save money and buy it cash. And in a Jamaica, that no easy if you not make enough money. And so I want to show people that you can do things like that. And so I'm basically sharing the things that I've done or the things that I'm doing to show people that they can do it too. And it may not be as buzzy as the other things, but believe it or not, there are a lot of people who tune into my channel and actually appreciate things like this. And that was the thing with me. I didn't want to be one of the YouTubers with the gimmicks and the pranks and all of that. I want to actually have an impact on people. When I leave this earth, I don't want people to remember me for that. I want them to remember me and how I inspired them or changed their life in some way, shape, or form. Anything that I can do to help somebody else get to another point or do something that they weren't confident about or do something that they think they couldn't do. I want to be that person to let them know that they can do it. And so that's really what my channel is about, because I've done a lot of things that people think that it's hard to do and them can't do it, and because of what is they feel stifled. So I'm really trying to motivate people that they can do anything in this world they want to do, any single thing.
All right. So, all right. Once again, people, big up. Good night. Good night. Big up to everyone who locked in all around the world, the UK, Canada, Jamaica, Missouri, loads in. And with tonight's segment, we're talking about citizen journalism, right? And it have to do with some blogging and all them things. And of course, we have Jody here online with us as a guest tonight. And, so give you a little bit of rundown and stuff, and, what blogging is, and, from a Jamaican perspective, how it works. A little bit, and, what makes her channel so unique. Question though, going across the board. Someone asks, what is citizen journalism? Tamika.
All right. I think Jodian explained it a little bit in that it's more of the citizens taking action in regards to reporting live. I'm not too savvy on the phone usage, especially when there's an incident that involves people being injured or just family members being in a violent situation. I'm not for that at all, but I guess with the new age and of course technology, you are allowed to get fresh news in record timing, as it was previously done in like a 1 hour slot where you would
They might
just
try
have to
pull off
wait
a
until
Usain Bolt.
yeah, you'd have to wait until like 7 p.m., especially in Jamaica here. You'd have to wait until 7 p.m. to get news, and most of it would have been, what would you say, shorthanded or abbreviated because they would need to put it in a time slot because they want to get money from their sponsors, basically. So because of that, you wouldn't get the news in detail as much. So that's one of the advantages of citizens journalism now, whereas you are able to go more in depth. And of course, you can always go back to the feed once it has been aired. I know that YouTube has a kind of, I don't want to say censored, but there are only certain things that you can show like for a period of time, like a couple seconds, because they link it to your channel and they can eventually revoke your channel if you choose to show something that is of a violent content or, you know, kind of distasteful. Because sometimes the news is out there and the family member doesn't know what is happening. And so when they see it, it sends a trauma or an added shock to them even before they were approached by, you know, by the policing authority. So it's good in some sense, but of course, in some sense, you would have the downside of it. So of course, you'd have to know how to use it and use it wisely so that it actually benefits the public.
Okay. All right. So Duyan, aka the gifted one,
Live and well.
live and well. All right. In times of trouble, as Tamika just kind of touch it there a little bit, Zane, why are persons more inclined to use their smartphone to capture the scene rather than to give aid to an injured party? Pretty much. You see, before this is something that go on, whether it's a fight, whether it's an accident, them decide to just wheel out them phone and video. You think say YouTube kind of contribute, or should I say bloggers kind of contribute to that in a way, like say, boy, if you are one blogger, you know, stick up in do you before I really Jody if I ask the question here. See, before we run to doing. So Jody, I know where you say still where basic what is your content and stuff, see? But just in the mind frame of one of them YouTuber they will love the buzzing news and you know get what go on the scene fast. If you were to say that say that you were on a scene of an accident, it just happened in your car. See, as a YouTuber, knowing that boy you can get whole heap of views enough for dip on the scene first and take out one dip on your phone for show what go on. Zin? Especially if it's an entertainer or something, or you see an entertainer and a woman a fight or two girl a fight over and everything. As a YouTuber, would you, if it's a case of danger where you can give some assistance, Zin? Would you rather to use your phone to take certain clippings first and then go part or go on or go help assist the person in the accident in a situation or accident I should say, or would you forget about the whole phone thing and just jump out of car ready to try to save the person?
Well, I can only speak for myself and I can't talk about, I don't know what other people would do, but I like to help people and I would never see somebody in danger and the first thing that comes is to take a picture or video. No, like I don't even like to use my video to look at certain things or even, I believe in respecting people, especially with some of the things that you see go around. I'm like, gosh, I can't believe people really video this. And yeah, you might look at it sometimes, but especially dead people, people need to respect the dead. And so, in a case if somebody's in an accident, like my phone not gonna nowhere near me. I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna assist them because that's just how I am by nature. I value life, and I would help them. I wouldn't think about yes, even if I was one of those YouTubers that do that. If that's what their content is about, the news and all of that. I think if you're personally there yourself, help out. Like put on the phone.
True that. True that.
Yeah, because it could be anybody. If it was your family member, you would you want somebody to be videoing them or help them? Because you'd be amazed at what you can do in a second. That second that you're using to take picture or videos, you can definitely use it to help and save somebody's life. So yeah.
All right, so doing after hard these hard times, right? Where say if you're quick, if you're very interesting snap or a video clipping, you can get a quick 20-pack feed. You can go on a news channel or even post it on your channel or something. In that situation, what you do?
Oh boy, first would have to sure say me I get some lucrative payment out of that, Other than that, I might think that I get me a second. I kind of old school with the energy, I mean, I really depend on the whole as something I go down draw for phone kind of thing. I am naturally a private person, so that go. I go if me naturally not like say too much light on myself and my life.
Yeah.
I go quick for stay for pops and shed light on a stranger when things are going. You get me? I say, as a matter of fact, you find that mostly the persons are not too aware of certain dangers that can befall them do these kind of things. Because, for instance, if shot a fire, you see people are draw for them phone. If fight a go on, you see people are draw for them phone. You realize that we are always on the scene without actually being on the scene. Because these persons are able to capture the moment as it occurs. Nobody now makes within themselves say, how about I try to secure myself and be safe and all of that? Everybody wants to be the first one to upload and garner the attention that comes with uploading the video for the first. So it's more like a rat race and kind of thing if you get attention, because at the end of the day, attention is kind of addictive. And on top of it being addictive, you find that persons actually know how to monetize it, but not all really know how to monetize it. Some just want to be the first on the scene. So you find that once you are the first and you post it, a lot of conversation shall come around it and all of that, comments and all of that. More eyes will be on your page. So you find that there's a lot of hurry come up journalists, not necessarily persons that are trained within the field, just that they have a smartphone and them just quick for use it without actually thinking about the consequences or the persons involved, once they do put out that form of information out there. So that's the world we live in now, that's the times and the times are change,
All right, so that closes it off for segment 1. And we're going to jump into segment 2. But before we do that, lines are open. Ladies and gentlemen, the number to call is 267-586-0048. That's 267-586-0048. And of course, if you're not in the United States of America, you can definitely reach us on WhatsApp. Same number, man. 267-586-0048. And from we said the lines are open, right? I don't know what time it is, right?
809-756-4321. Call me on the phone and make me have some fun. 809-756-4321. Call me on the phone and make me have some fun. You can dial my number. Call me any old time. You don't need a reason, any old season will be fine. You can dial my number any old time. No, you don't need a reason, any old season will be fine. And every night before I go to sleep, I put that phone by my head. I hope it ain't a wishing that
Oh, yeah, like,
You can dial my number. Any
yeah, man, big up Nicky and the whole crew. Everybody were lucky in Bronx, New York, and all sort of stuff. Somebody just sent me a text a while ago say, this are not them segment yet. Them are wait for calling on them segment. You know which segment is that? But we are on to segment 2, peeps. And segment 2 is Tamika introduction.
Yes, people. Segment 2, we have what constitutes sexual harassment in the workplace. Basically, we're going to be going through what types of behaviors is sexual discrimination a form of sexual harassment, and how should sexual harassment be handled in the workplace?
All right, Jody.
Yes.
You say to the listener, them say you work out and all these things. You take care of yourself, you know, you eat right. You make sure you say your body right and all of them so. See?
Yeah.
In the workplace right now, see? How you ever in one situation yet where I work I probably, you know, probably I get a little bit too fresh. I might get a little bit too green, I don't know. Green I'm fresh.
Unfortunately, I can tell you that I have I don't even know if I should say fall in prey to that because I had an experience with regards to that, and trust me, like I didn't report it. I just kind of brush it off and let the person know that don't do that again. So yeah, boy, I'm gonna know. It's from my previous job. If anybody watch my YouTube channel would know, and if you're not watching it, subscribe. It's called Journey with Joe.
Okay.
I worked at a corporate company. But no, I would never listen. I would never. I know my boundaries. Go watch my channel. I worked at a very renowned financial institution, and nice girl and everything, and the man them say what them want, and the man them like what them say, but one person took it too far. It was a manager, and he was older than me, of course. But he would always
Sugar daddy. You say older, so you say what? Sugar daddy.
Boy, well, not mine. Man, I need. But just to say that I was younger at the time, and I just felt so victimized. I don't know. I felt disgusted. Put it that way. Like this older man, I touched me, and it made my skin crawl. Like it just, yeah. So he would say things to me, not anything sexual or anything like that, but just things that he's flirting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I never entertained it. I mean, being the person, the adult that I am, or the professional that I am, I'm not go like, tell him about him mother or anything like that. That's not me. Whenever it have to get to a point for me to draw me out of my character to tell somebody that, right? And at work, that's not gonna be the first thing you do. So I used to just laugh it off. And then I remember one day I was by my cubicle and he came around there and he basically like backed me up, but he not physically like restrained me.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just like right in front of me, and like, but then I sat down, and then I was about to move, and he touched my leg, and I turned around and I said, don't ever do that again. And at the same time, my supervisor at the time came and he heard my response, and I know that he knew what happened. And so from that man didn't do anything else. But he would always flirt and always say little things. I can't even remember some of the things he said, but not anything sexual. Just implied that, he liked me or I'm nice looking or stuff like that, but not anything sexually directly. And so yeah. And
Is that something of the what do I call it now? In our culture, Jamaican culture, all I call it line one ring off quick and fast, but all on the call hold on a little bit there. The call it hold on. But yeah. Given I don't want to say more time, If I remember the days then when you have to take some charter bus or even a taxi, Zane, the man them sometimes aggressive to the female them. And them think that sometimes them hold on upon them when them don't even want to hold on, and some people take it certain way because I guess we as Jamaicans still we kind of have a different way how we go about when we come on them with say boy yeah go on so strong or act so strong, we come off in a different way than the average based on a rural level. When it comes on to woman, the man them some man kinda come on somewhat of a bit stronger, known to basically speak what's on their mind. Them come direct. Does that I mean, I don't know if Tamika and Jody, it's one go to given that, is a culture like that, it make you feel uncomfortable sometimes. I think so alright then the man them need to approach you a little bit better, and at times too on the other side a man would say on the man them side, some of the man them still them would say boy if you dress certain way then and it has showed this if you pass now one tight and you have one elephant tour.
What?
Well, one of the points that Jody made earlier, one of the points she made was that he didn't say or do anything sexual to her. However, I have seen in the workplace that I've been in the past, I have seen sexual harassment, and they didn't say anything actually. Their body language and their eyes told me that they were focused on me and focused on trying to get something going, So I know for a fact that sometimes we tend to look at sexual harassment as something that goes physically, but I guess in today's world and how smart they're getting, the culprits that actually do the act, they become so, I don't want to say they become so versatile, but they do. And there are so many subtle ways that you wouldn't even notice it if you are not the victim.
So
because like Dwayne now, he is actually, you want me to tell the crowd say you actually have virtually sex harassed me. There is such a thing as virtual sexual harassment, Dwayne. You want me to put out the subpoena? I can get the subpoena for you,
So no the subpoena.
Because we know you want talk. But it happens on a serious note. And we have to look out for it. It's a male dominated thing, but it happens to the male as well. So once you're in that vulnerable position, it tends to males can be victims as well, not just females.
So some would say are the woman them fat, or them dress and all of them things. That's what me that talk about the elephant tour. Not even camel, but the elephant tour. And the
man say elephant. Yeah, first me with the one that's still about the camel. I will be honest with you, but carry on.
Them something there. Women, ladies, would you say that a clothes make for wear, so you're not supposed to dress as how you feel and feel comfortable without being attacked then? I'm on.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure if all of it comfortable, but I guess
Wait, I say Jody.
some people really look uncomfortable.
I think I think people should be able to wear what they want, once they feel comfortable in it. But of course, in Jamaica, men, no matter if you feel comfortable or not, if they feel like they see something and they want to say something about it, they're gonna say it because I can tell you, I wore stuff before with me not see nothing and them see, and they feel like entitled to let me know that they see something there. You're probably just walking on the street. I hear, baby, something look fat, and yeah.
No, sir. Choke on the water a while ago. X-ray vision.
Exactly. So, and honestly, sometimes no matter what you wear, like men will find something. They will see what you don't see sometimes. So that's why I said people should just be themselves, wear what they want to wear, but know that when you wear certain things, it definitely going to get certain attention without a doubt.
Jody,
But sometimes the men them exaggerate.
you can't say that to any woman still, I just don't believe social media would attack you about that, because I see it all the time. Anybody suggest and say, sometimes are based on what the female wears and things happen. Based on if you say the ladies wear something that it suggests that certain things happen to them or certain harassment reach, they tend to attack the person that says stuff like that. Because they're like, it doesn't matter what you wear or what you do, you're still going to get harassed as a female. So, I don't know. But to me, I believe that is a thing that it does alter the perception of what the men's action being based on what you put on. But other persons will say otherwise. I don't know. But I guess it's based on their experience.
If you have on that cheeky and go stand up in front of the way, he will find a way to harass you. I tell you.
You see all them things, boy, I tell you. You must send me.
Yo, cause some man, alright then, me they work,
Yeah.
I'm at work, and sometimes I say customer come in and it's like, them they and I say, boy, summertime, cause summertime a different kind of wear kick in. And then I get some man them say, yo, say she know what she da do when she come before she come in. She know say she have it and she knows man I look she just want show it off,
Yeah, man, it's a very, very tricky thing still. Because you have persons that actually wear revealing clothes.
Can you suggest?
Yeah. Yeah, Jody, go. Where you say?
I can honestly say that not everybody does that. You see that statement a while ago where you say the man them say she know what she do.
Yes.
Yes, you have females like that, but then you have females who are not like that. Because when I dress, I don't want nobody to see me. I don't want the attention, but yet still people see me.
You're just like Emily.
So I'm not doing anything to go get any attention for no man come look for me.
Jody, you say you're just like Emily.
Oh man, when I go look in the mirror, I see and the same woman on the flyer this I say, you really editing our people still have to see you. You see how you look on the flyer?
Yeah, no.
You still have to get attention the way you take it because you have the looks. So even with the attire or whatever it is that may draw attention to the physical features, you're still going to have the looks of person that will look on and say, so you if you have my child or something, I have my children, I have me you to talk and all of these things. Lyrics I go find you.
Oh, so you say she have the social media look.
No, she have the look. She have the look, man, the commercial look.
Yeah. Yeah, she
professional look.
Why not have to touch your trading? You're gone in a
What's
band.
Boy, I'm there my water, I drink still in them. I don't know what because a while ago. Let's sip my water.
Boy, but what kind of potch?
But I just saw the system set still because our culture kind of have this thing about it where it's almost as if, monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. You see everybody around you doing that thing, so it's automatic that you don't necessarily want to be isolated. You want to be a bit more social, you want to fit in. So you see persons around you doing this and they're accepted, you're naturally going to want to do this as well due to conformity. But you find that there are many persons that dislike certain advances. There are many persons that see it as distasteful, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like in the minority, it's not necessarily a majority kind of appeal. So unless we're willing to bring awareness to the majority and
Right,
some
so
form of reform.
hold on. We have a caller coming. Hold on. Good night. Views and discussion. Good night. Good night. Yes, caller. Can you hear us? Hello. Caller. Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. I just want to roll back for a minute. For 2 minutes.
Oh, you want to roll back? You want to roll back for 2 minutes?
Yeah, in this segment.
Oh.
Because we were talking about they're seeing sexual harassment
Yeah.
in Congress and big boss men. First of all, girls that talk about sexual harassment and blame men on sexual harassment, it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Men are men. Women are women. There's no such thing as sexual harassment. Listen, on the CFA de Blasio, I'm a New Yorker. Stay off the icon men. Don't try to blame men on your issue. Don't try to blame men on their issue. It's a reason, and it's not even that. It's like, why is it that women pull up some women, certain women? I'm a Bogle. I'm a Bogle, Bogle. Why is it that women go towards men for their money? Y'all bitches need to shut up. Period. If you want a man, don't lie. If you want a man. This is a segment, this is a part of your segment that craved me.
Okay.
Because the fact that if you're not an original person, you shouldn't be there. So stop blaming men for being themselves. And please leave the icon men alone.
Oh, okay.
Lobster.
Thank you. All right, thank you, caller. Where you calling from?
Bronx.
Bronx. All right.
Um,
Boogie down. All right, big up yourself, caller, and thanks for your input.
Regular caller, man.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yes, Louie.
So,
Jody.
Jody.
When you ready there?
I'm here.
It sounds like the caller really rolled back a while ago, you know. Like she'd have rolled back a spliff or something, you know. I think she rolled back.
Every week I saw me get attacked, you know. I forget peace out, you know.
Oh, well, that was an attack.
Why I didn't even know, but I was like, yeah, it's up for now if it starts out, you know.
Oh no, well, if that was an attack, it definitely didn't hit the target. So
Okay, a blank.
Yeah, I honestly, I was that was about any. I don't know. I honestly, I wasn't following.
Alright, Jody.
Yes,
Jody. Once again, though, we just want you to give out your Instagram
My
and your
oh,
so do you can follow it and we can
why I
still
mix
tell
up
the channel
doing?
part, man.
Why I mix up doing? Why I mix up doing?
I said don't do me every week, man. I don't know.
Your channel, your YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel is called Journey with Joe. Journey with Joe. J-O.
So that's
Juorney with Joe.
okay. So
That's my YouTube channel. So it is very interesting, and if you want a different feel from everything else that's happening, yeah, come over my channel and just come take a look. You won't be disappointed. It's up.
okay. All right, Jody. So we will take a quick commercial break and then we will be right back with some more. On that topic on sexual harassment, somebody just come in and view them point. I say you don't allow the iconic man them alone. You see it, I don't can't blame man for be themselves. That is what the car is saying. That is not our
Just take
views.
the harassment.
That is
Just fight.
phone views. You understand? And views and discussion. So
I said I ask man them for the money.
alright. You see that? Yeah, load the man the money, load the lobster. You understand? Alright, so we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with more views and discussion.